Good morning everyone, it's Joker, and today we are back with another slime video, and with the release of yet another stacking team, it gives people yet another option to try and clear Secret Stage 5 to obtain the special Masked Hero's Sword. So you can see I have it equipped right here. When equipped by the Masked Hero, the Time Traveler increases attack by 10%. You cannot forge this sword, you can only obtain it by clearing Secret Stage 5, which is where I'm going to show you what it is now, in case you're new and are unaware. Now, a disclaimer is that this requires a specific team setup. Maybe not the same units that I'm using, but it definitely requires a specific set of units that can do what you need to do here. So if you go to Story Chapter 13 on Expert, Stage 8 unlocked with the EP requirement of Unknown, we go into that stage, and we can see in the info that we fight Hinata. And Hinata, on turn 1, debuffs your entire front line by a lot. Attack, defense, crit, pierce, all of that goes way down. And then she also increases her own defense, so your units up front are going to do like 1 damage. But the real problem is that if you beat Hinata, which activates Secret Stage 3, you then move on to the Masked Hero fight. And the Masked Hero fight has 204,000 health, 18,500 attack, 15,000 defense, and gives herself an insane amount of buffs for 1 turn. Attack, light attack, crit, pierce, guard, super guard. She also gives herself her ult, turn 1. And if you do not do anything about that, your front line will die hilariously and without fail. So what you need to do is, during this Hinata fight, you need to stack. You need to stack on stack on stack of whatever, DPS you're using, whether it be Space Millum or, Hinata on the water team, or Dark Millum on the dark team, or this new Raphael on the light team. You can certainly do it. However, you have to not kill Hinata, which nerfing the front line will help you, and I'll kind of go into the first fight and show you how that works. But you got to play around with it. You got to bring at least 2 blue orb changers. Water Rimuru is going to be your mainstay, and then some other unit that changes oranges to blues, preferably Water Shuna, because she has her ult buff. And then you need a healer to keep your 3 frontline units alive long enough, because this will take quite a few turns. The first time I ever did it, when they first dropped it during the half ante, I went like 100 turns or something to get the space attack. Now with Dark Rimuru, it doesn't take nearly that much, because you can just steal her ult, the hero's ult turn 1, and then you take no damage. So we'll go in to this fight, and I'll show you the team that I used. Alright, this is the team that I used for this run. We've got Shuna to stack on top of Light Rimuru, Raphael. We've got Ramers up front for the heal. We've got Rimuru and Shuna for the orb changing. Shuna's also here for the ult buff. Dark Anniversary Rimuru is here for the crit and his ult yoink. And he can also be, a faux DPS, because you can give him stacks of Shuna, because Raphael is going to give him pierce as well, so he could help you do additional damage, but your main nuker here is going to be Raphael, and you're going to need a little bit more than what you would normally think, because half of Raphael's kit is the stun attack, and you cannot stun the hero, so you're doing this purely on the power of pierce stacks. So the frontline units have no gear, no weapon at least. They have jackets and HP, but none of them have supporters or weapons, because we want them to do as little damage as possible, which allows us to stack for as long as we want without fear of killing Hinata. But you do need to make sure you at least get Raphael's ult. That's kind of important to get that. You can do it early and take down a lot of Hinata's health and then never have to use her again, or you can wait until you think you have sufficient stacks and then get like a perfect 6-hand of Raphael and then send it and kill Hinata and then move on to the next turn. Either way is viable, but let's go in and see how it plays out for us, because we'll see how lucky we get on the turn 1, and then we'll cut when I think I'm ready to nuke. So it kind of depends. The whole reason you want to use this kind of protector is because you're cycling blues and you're getting so much points from the blues that you don't need to worry, because eventually your orb change and your heal are going to cost 100 points apiece when you go far enough. And here's the turn 1 nerf right here, so all of this stuff goes on. We have 4 of Ramris, so actually, you know what? I'm going to bring in Raphael now, and then send these 4, work on getting her ult very close. We need like 2 more oranges maybe. We're doing significant damage right now, and that's pretty much what you don't want to do. But now the greens are nerfed, so we can get her ult here, so good. Once we do this, we never have to worry about actually attacking with Raphael ever again. And of course, we're getting no blues at all, so you're going to go away, and we're going to bring you out, and we're going to send these Shunas. Again, you don't have to get Dark Rimru's ult. Now that we have Raphael's ult, you could wait for a good turn and then, you know, send a whole bunch of Anniversary Rimru. That's entirely possible. But here, okay, we have a decent hand, so let's bring Rimuru back for Rimuru. And then we'll do both orb changes, pop and pop. And then 6-handed blue. All of our stats are nerfed. We're going to do not a lot of damage at all, because we're so nerfed. 137, 455, 112. Even on a 200% orb with Ramris, we do 311. And then, starting this turn, she raises all of her elemental resistances, which means that we actually do 1 damage now. So we have a stack with Shuna, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's bring you in for Shuna, I guess. Should we orb change here? So we could orange and then steel. Orange and steel. Alright. So there's that. Oh, we did it the wrong way. Okay, well, that's my bad right there. It's okay. It's fine. We have many, many turns to stack. So essentially, this is what you want to do, is you want to get 6 orbs of blue, stack up with Raphael, and then send her away, and then continue to stack and stack and stack. And you'll consistently get, you know, more and more skill points because you've gotten so many stacks. You've got the 500% skill point gain on blues, and it's just, you do that for a long, long time. So now we got another stack for Shuna, so let's put it back on Raphael, and then we'll send her away again, and then we'll try and get another 6-handed blue, if that's possible. I don't think it is. Not with the points that we have, because we would need... Yeah. So let's just do... Let's send these. Pop, pop. We're doing 1 damage now. Alright. That is fine, I guess. We do need to heal, though. So I'd rather heal, because Ramris is looking a little low. So that's why I brought Ramris, because she has the biggest heal. And no matter what healer you bring, you use it enough, and it's all going to cost 100. So it's just going to take longer for lower heals to get to that point. But eventually you'll have enough points where you can use all 3 buffs, and you'd still make it all back. So that's essentially what you have to do. 6 hands of blues, bring in Raphael, stack, send Raphael away, do that over and over and over again. Let's come back for the actual nuke turn now. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are here at turn 46. We have 2 stacks of Shuna ready to go for next turn, but we have an entire hand of Rimuru. We have New Year's Rimuru already built up, and she's been stacking this entire time. So I believe with these 2, we're going to be at 310% Pierce Power. But in order to carry over, we actually need to kill Hinata, which I'm going to actually use this Rimuru to swap for that Rimuru, and not the other Rimuru. That way we can enter into the hero fight with double ults. And, you know, plenty of points to use everything we need. So here's this. This will kill Hinata. This will get us Anniversary Rimuru's ult. And then we'll see special secret stage like 3 or something. And then the hero will jump in. And then we'll see if 310% is enough to kill after we yoink the ult. So let's get Hinata out of the way. Pop, 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 pop. And pop. Alright. 1 down. 1 to go. We have not been stacking at all on New Year or Anniversary Rimuru because not our primary damage dealer. Does have type advantage and will have that extra crit damage, but you know, we want the single target nuke. So here is the secret stage 3, and now we are on to the masked hero. And the reason why we brought Rimuru is because turn 1, she's got all these temporary buffs, she's got an ult, and we need to not let her ult. So we're just going to yoink that, which I guess now that I think about it, we didn't have to try and get Rimuru's ult last turn because we're just going to yoink it here. So, but you know, it was extra damage, we had to kill her somehow, right? And this just means that we have 2 ults. So let's just use this and then we'll just chill. Because all she's going to do is try and ult, and she's going to yoink it. And we're going to send, let's see. Let's send these Rimuru. Actually, no, let's send the Rimuru orbs. Yes. Alright, there's that. And now we'll yoink the ult. There we go. And she has no follow-up. And now it is the next turn. All of her buffs are gone, which means she is just sitting at 203,000 HP with 15,000 defense and 18.4k attack. So let's pray that we can do enough damage. So we're going to ult boost here. Lower her water resistance, which doesn't matter because we're not nuking with a water unit. Alright, and now we're going to bring in New Year's for Romorus, and she has a bunch of orbs. Alright, and then we're going to use the ult resist down, guaranteed pierce, and then the crit, and then Anniversary Rimuru will get the crit damage. We cannot stun the hero, so using Raphael's other skill means absolutely nothing, because she doesn't just have 100% stun resistance. She has 999% stun resistance. So let's get these 2 more stacks, which will actually help out Anniversary Rimuru a little bit, because it'll be 20% pierce. And then, you know, we'll see how this goes. Am I confident that we can kill? I'd say I'm like 60% confident. Now that she doesn't have any of her buffs, I'm feeling pretty good. So let's send the AoE ult first to see how much damage that does, and that'll be like a baseline basis, or yeah, a basis of what we can do. 38.5, and then we do 139. But our normals were enough to finish it off. 14k pierce normals. Okay. So the ult by itself, even with, you know, Dark Rimuru and his ult and his crit damage and his guaranteed crit for the entire team, 310% was not enough. If we had only had this Rimuru's ult, we wouldn't have done it. So you would have had to go even further or bring some other kind of different buffer. And that was with the ult resist down too, which like the showcase has already gone out for Raphael, but like that's a significant jump in damage right there. So if we didn't even have that, we would have done so much less. Okay, well, you can definitely do it. I'm not sure if I recommend using this team more than just the straight up dark team, like with Rimuru and Milim and Veldora stacks and all that, or just a water team. So, but if you want to use this specific team, you totally can. Just know that you're going to need quite a bit more than 310%, especially if you don't have Rimuru's ult, which you should, because you're going to yoink it. But yeah, so there's just yet another team that can take this on. I still need to try this out with the fire team and see if we can just do a disgusting amount of burn damage. That will come in probably next week or so, because I'm kind of tired of doing this stage. But yeah, there's another way to get the hero sword. So that's it from me, guys. Take it easy, and I'll see you later.